Up next here on the CDC Spring Sports Media Day Tour is the Crestwood boys track team. We've got a couple of athletes here. I'm going to let you guys start out, introduce yourselves, and then we'll throw some questions at you.
All right, I'm Augie Schweikert. I am a junior.
I'm Hans Siebel, and I'm a senior.
All right, so Augie, coming in junior year, what events do you plan to compete in?
I like to stick in the middle distance events. The 800 is my event. That's my favorite. But I'm also going to compete in the 400, part of the 4x8 and 4x4 teams, and then a little bit of the mile.
So you get those middle distance events. What do you like about those?
I like the speed. I'm a cross country runner, so I do like distance, but I love track for the speed.
And then this year coming in, obviously you've got a couple of years under your belt of experience. How much has that helped you to prepare for your junior year?
It helps a lot. With an event like the 800, there's a bit of strategy to it. And last year I felt I really was able to get my strategy of how I want to race the race down. And I'm really excited to, be able to show that this year and improve on that.
Obviously there's a physical aspect to running track or any sport. You've got to be in peak physical condition, that type of thing. But how much does the mental game play into your success? I mean, obviously you've learned how to race a little bit more, that type of thing. How much does that play into how you get out there and are successful?
It's a lot. You have to be willing to let your body hurt and keep hurting and make it hurt worse, which is really hard to do mentally. It's a lot more of a mental sport because I don't think if you're not a runner, you might not know the extent of the mental aspect that is involved. And it plays a huge role in how you compete and how you race.
All right. And so what kind of goals do you have for yourself this year?
Want to compete well at the league. I've come up short of winning a league event the past 2 years. And so that's one of my goals this year. I know Hans and I are part of the 4x8 team, and that's one of our biggest goals is to win the league in that. And then I want to compete at regionals this year for the 800 and give myself a shot there to place and hopefully advance.
All right, here's a chance for you to give a shout out to some of your teammates. Who are the athletes that have been impressive in the preseason?
We go with Kevin Vetri. He's sick right now, but he was our best 2-miler last year. He was a really strong distance guy all around in the mile and 2-mile. And I really feel like he's coming back and he's really determined to run even harder this year. And he's still got senior year ahead of him. So.
All right. And so Hans, since you've jumped in there, let's go with you a little bit. What events are you going to compete in this year?
Like Augie said, I run in the 4x8 and then I actually work my way up. So I'll run the mile and the 2-mile. And where I really am competitive is in the 4x8 and the 2-mile themselves.
When you look at the Chagrin Valley Conference, a lot of great athletes. How much does that help you just knowing that when you're at a league meet or a league event, you're going to be tested by a bunch of quality athletes? How does that help you?
Well, honestly, when you're in a pack of a bunch of fast guys, it really just makes you unconsciously run faster yourself. So when you're running with those guys, it's already like, hey, these are fast guys. And then all of a sudden you're running with those guys and it makes you even faster.
Outstanding. What kind of goals do you have for yourself this year?
I hope to run at least hopefully near a 10 flat for my 2-mile. And I want to run sub 2:10 in our 4x8 because I was the slowest on the team last year and kind of held us back. So
you're a cross country runner as well, right?
Yes.
Okay. How much does that help? I mean, just having that running experience in the fall as far as the conditioning and learning the race strategy just to get out there and try and run a little bit faster in the spring?
Honestly, the biggest thing that comes from cross country that's luckily, especially this year, been able to stick with me through the winter is like endurance wise, my breathing is already good. Track's a workload on the legs, which I have to get into, but breathing wise, I'm already really confident. And the mental game in cross country, I'd say is even harder because it's just such a longer race and you're still moving really quick. So that mental strength is with me as well.
What do you guys do to develop that mental toughness as runners?
Run, compete, run races. You have to hate losing to people, and that just comes from race experience.
I'd say it's really you do have that mental toughness, but at the same time, once that race starts, it's just in your head, it's just go, go, go. There's not much thinking to do.
All right, guys. Well, we've had some technical difficulties, but I appreciate your patience and getting through our interview. Best of luck to you this season, and thanks for being on the show today.